Hi, everybody. I'm having some technical issues this morning, so I'll be there in just a few minutes. Um, I have to take care of some problems with my storage, so I'm not sure exactly what's going wrong. Um, huh, very interesting. Okay, I think we're sorted out. Uh, of course, this morning the computer didn't want to behave itself, and it was spinning and spinning and spinning, so I was afraid I was going to be even later than I am. But I think we're set. I think we're good. Um, Hello, two overs here. I know I'm a minute or so early, actually, from what I said I would be. So, and I'm just gonna work on this book just a little bit before, well, everybody gets here, and then we will see about doing our little journal page. I now have 3 postcard books I need to get done, plus some other stuff. So I really need to work on these. And the first thing to do is to get holes in it, because you can't bind it till there's holes in it. So I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and mark holes so that I can. Yeah, that's probably not gonna work. I'm gonna have to have something else. Let's see what this is. Maybe that'll work. I will do a little journal page here in a little bit. These postcards are ones I send my mom. If you're not familiar with this book that I do every time we take a trip, I send my mom a postcard every day, and then she gives them back to me, and I sign, and I turn them into a book. Let me check that and see what's going on here. No, that's not important. Hi, Lisa. Um, I'm just marking these postcards for holes until a few people get here tonight, and I'll do my page. Have no idea what I'm going to do today. Been kind of running this morning. Got to take mom for a hearing thing tomorrow, hearing appointment. So just trying to get everything organized so that we're not totally going crazy. I wonder. Oh, this may be the batch that mom dumped water all over. She stuck a bunch of my postcards together accidentally. Are you what do I want to say, Lisa? Are you knitting today? This is from our spring trip. I actually have last fall's trip, our spring trip, and this fall's trip all to get turned into books. Yes, on my socks. Yay! Because I'll tell you what, it's getting kind of chilly here. We've had not quite freezing temperatures. Hi, Barbara. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. Yay! Texas Lisa is driving home today, so we want to keep her in our thoughts and keep her safe with our prayers and stuff. I didn't ask her how her visit went, but I'm assuming pretty good. She just messaged me last night that she wouldn't be here, or she wouldn't be around, and that I shouldn't worry about her. She's just going to be driving home. So I'm just marking these. To me, it's easier to go ahead and get them marked and then punch the holes after the fact. So oh, your postcards are going to inspire me this morning. Decided to make Christmas or holiday postcards. Yay! Well, these are from the spring trip. This one's not going to work with this black thing. Let's see. Will this? This is, I went to Fayetteville to go to Shannon Green's workshop for the weekend, and then we went to, okay, this, all right. Well, that's just a no good pin. I figured it was. It's old. Let's see if we can find something that will actually write. Your December calendars for prep. I did get my calendars sort of prepped for next year. Partially because I had to start putting mom's appointments on it. So I, okay, we're just going to have that kind of thing go on today. I don't know. I have to tell you, you have big feet. Even Chris's socks aren't this long. I didn't think my feet were that big. I mean, I only wear an 8.5. Okay. Aha! It marked. So I'm kind of waiting, Barbara, to start my little journal page until a few more people come on. You were a 7. Oh, okay. Well, I also have to have, things in my shoes. So I could probably, if I didn't put the insole things in there, I probably could wear an 8, but what size does Chris wear? Because Jeff wears a 10. His socks are longer than mine. Oh, he has little feet. Yeah, Jeff wears a 10. I'm not sure what Brandon wears. He just had to go get new shoes. They both had to go get new shoes this last week and a half. Of course, Jeff really needed his. Honestly, before we left on our trip, he needed them. Yeah, that's true. He's not real tall. Neither one of my guys are either. Jeff's not much taller than I am, a little bit. I really like this postcard, Barbara. This one, there was paint, I think, on the thing I use, or on a palette like this, and I picked it up and put it on my postcard. I can't remember exactly what I did, but it was, it's some kind of like paint skin that I had used on this postcard. I have no idea what I was doing that. I do know that this is one of the nights that we end up spending in the shower house because of the storms. We were in Oklahoma, I think, and they were having tornadoes. So we ended up in the shower house. Our spring trip, we spent a lot of time kind of dealing with storms. More so than normal. We usually don't have that many we have to fight with. Lisa, when do you go for Patrick's ceremony? I know you said, but I don't remember. The week of the 16th, okay. Sorry, I had that in my mouth. Shouldn't put my pens in my mouth. Okay. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We hadn't intended to be here. We were supposed to still be gone. Really didn't figure we'd get here until about, now or first part of next week. And then we had to come home early, so I had made a comment. Brant, my son, said, Brandon said, what was I was cooking for Thanksgiving, and I'm like, well, I hadn't intended to. And he goes, oh, did Mom see this photo? Yes, she did. I made sure to show it to her Thursday when we were right after we had dinner. Anyway, so I really hadn't planned on cooking and ended up spending my day cooking. Oh, this is okay. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Hi, Julie. Oh, Julie, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he finds something. Uh, we were in the process of buying the new RV, and we had gone to this Oriental restaurant, and my um, cookie said many pleasurable and memorable adventures are in store for you. And I'm like, okay, we're buying this new rig, so yeah, hopefully we'll get to spend a lot of time in it. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and finish marking all these holes before I do my little journal page, just because then that one little bit of chore is done. We have a very hectic week ready to, we've got multiple stuff happening between, you know, holiday stuff and appointments for different things, and trying to take care of stuff for all the old peoples. So, and Brandon's flying out to Omaha. This is another one that got ruined when Mom spilt water. So, it's all right. Doesn't really matter. It's okay. So I'll get busy on the on the little journal page in just a minute. I'm just gonna finish these few. I've decided this pile of stuff that's half finished must get finished in the next couple of months. I can't have it. It's just, I have so many piles, it's kind of ridiculous. And so many started things that aren't finished. So I really like that one. It was just a picture in a magazine. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Sharon. I just told everybody I'm going to finish marking these holes for this book, and then I'm going to do our little journal page. I'm glad you guys are all here today. I think I said, and I hope I said, I hope you guys had a good holiday. I cooked Thursday, but I haven't cooked since. So they got told that I was cooking Thursday, but I was not doing it after that. Not until they eat up all these leftovers. So Jeff had taken turkey out of the roaster. I had cut some of it, off the turkey. And he'd taken it out of the roaster and put it on a plate so that we could put it on the table. I don't usually put everything on the table. I have a big island in the kitchen, so a lot of times I just put it out on there. I think I'm going to get my stuff done before I make a little book page too. My daily. Yeah, Barbara, I know how that feels. It's like I'm beginning to feel like I've got to accomplish certain things before I can, and it's not good to feel like I have to do these things before I can play, but they're piling up. I mean, the fact that this one is from the spring and the other one was from, is one of them's from last fall. I mean, really, that's getting kind of ridiculous. Okay, that one is. And I hope I didn't miss anybody coming in, knowing that I didn't look up every time. I've also been trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to work out for the next year so that I can try and get more done because, you know, I'm not accomplishing very well. I just loved this guy. We haven't seen him in person, but he's really cool. Somewhere along the line, when we're in Indiana, I hope we get to go see him in person. And now, since Renegade is in Elkhart, we'll probably have to go back again sooner or later. Oh, and I think I told you all last week that I was that I'm working as well as that I have a bead show going right now. I think I told you that. So something just popped up on my feed. I'm gonna have to go check it in just a second. It won't take long, but I just need to go make sure everything is okay. Okay. Come on, make a little mark. There we go. Okay. Now see, I got all of them marked. They may not get punched today, but at least they're marked. Let me check my bead show. And then we'll get on to my little book page. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Everything is okay. I can take care of all that stuff after the thing. So Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. So somewhere along the line, Jeff and I have been talking about putting the door back on my studio. My studio goes into the laundry room at the end and it goes into the living room about halfway down. And when we first moved in, I took the door off because I didn't want to have to open and close it all the time. I didn't want it in the way. Well, when I'm trying to make videos, not so much when I'm live streaming because they can't turn the TV on. It's the TV's right backed up against the studio. I doubt they can turn the TV on. But when they come and go when I'm trying to make videos, it disturbs me. It's not so much that they can be quiet and everything like that, but I get off track, and for videos it's hard for me to get back. So we had a discussion about putting my door back on. Well, it's all chewed up from the previous owner's dogs. They allowed the dogs to tear it up. So Saturday I go, and it's going to have to be painted on the inside. So I go to get the colors that I have used in my studio to paint my desk and my map drawers, and everything is painted like light, dark turquoise, purple, and lime green. And Jeff said I could paint the inside of the door like that. So I go, and you know that a quart of paint is $27. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is just ridiculous. So I went and got all these samples and then realized how much it was going to cost to paint the stupid door just with, say, the quart of turquoise, and probably have to have more than one layer. And I'm like, oh, that's just kind of ridiculous. And we were going to have to paint the outside. So now he's staining the outside, and we haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do to the inside. But anyhow, I have all of these. Yeah, it's awful, Barbara. I mean, I don't think I paid that for the gallon that I bought 7 years ago to do all my studio stuff. So he said that there's this special kind of spray paint that he uses on the Jeep. It's, oh, how can I explain it? It's designed to handle high heat and all that kind of stuff. And he uses it, whenever he's redoing metal on the Jeep and stuff. He said it used to cost him $6 and now it's $11. So paint has just gotten ridiculous. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Anyways, since I'm not going to use these in my on my door, I'm not gonna. I brought these home because I wanted to kind of match the colors I was using in here. Well, I'm not gonna do that now. It just probably not gonna happen. So probably gonna paint the inside of the door white and be done with it. We can't stain it because the previous owner's dogs tore it up too bad. Jeff's gonna have to put wood filler and stuff in it. So staining it is not going to really look good. It's going to look pretty crappy with the stain. So anyhow, I thought I would use, I don't know, 1 or 2 of these today because they're on my table. That was a long explanation for nothing, right? I have these 2 little pieces of stuff. I have these are on my table. I'm looking for this little piece of papers on my table. That's a little, oh, I didn't get it over here where you can see it. Pretty colors. They all look really good together. Yeah. Most of my tables are painted in this turquoise, and then I used like a dark, kind of a blue turquoise like this one, and this purple, and lime green. Oh, I got 2 lime greens like that. These the tables are basically painted this, and then the decoration on the table, on my fans, things like that, they're painted that. Jeff painted my map drawers with spray paint this color. So they worked out really well together. Of course, you can't see any of it, Barbara, okay, because it's all covered up with piles of stuff. So it really doesn't matter what I painted because you can't see it. I love this color combination. They'll always have. You can also put, I don't like pink, but fuchsia. If you put fuchsia into that combination, it's really pretty too. I've got that darker turquoise behind me in my studio, and that green is the wall in front of me. Ha, that figures, yeah. Now the walls in my studio are all tongue and groove knotty pine. This whole house has oak floors, and then my studio actually has, let me see if I can show you. I might be able to show you. Let's see if I can. Okay, that's upside down, I know, but you see the wood right there? Okay, that's on the walls and it's on the ceiling. So, but then I have, 8 huge windows too. So it's not like when you put that kind of pine on the walls in a basement, because it's so open and has so much light that comes in that it's a little different. So anyways, I have this fun building. Let's get back to our page. We'll find something to do with it. Yes, I could have painted over it. There was no way. Jeff had to repair some of it because the dogs, their previous owner's dogs, had torn it up. He had to do some repairs, but he managed to do that. And besides, it's hidden behind shelves and things now, so it really doesn't matter. Most of it was, along the bottom, that kind of thing. Okay, so we have those. I think we need something else, but I don't know what. We probably need another focal point or something, but let's see what we might find image-wise or whatever. Maybe I should look in my trash basket. I should probably look in the trash basket first. See what's in the trash basket. Well, I have a bunch of these, which we can, maybe make some tag things with. I don't know. I have more bugs. Ooh, I have some spray painted little papers. And a fun little thing. What do you call that? Die cut. Uh-oh, I just flipped stuff all over the floor. There's some cute little campers. Oh, I like these little campers. Maybe we should do something with one of those. Maybe all 3 of them. I don't know. We'll see. But the ceilings are like that too, Barbara, which is really fun. I was surprised. Oh, I got some butterflies. I have some very fragile bark. I like that circle. That circle. Here's some more bark and leaf. I don't know because none of that really goes with those colors. So we'll have to look at them. Let's see what we can do. Hey, sock is now long enough to start the gusset. Yay! The other thing is, Lisa, I do not like my socks tight on my toes. That's another part of probably why it seems so long. Because the socks I buy, I always buy a size larger than I'm supposed to have to buy. I cannot stand it when socks pull on my toes. It just makes me so grumpy. Okay. Do not know what I'm going to do, but I don't know that the building goes with the bark and the butterflies, but we'll see what we want to do. Yes, I did make them the larger size for, yeah. Yeah, they last a little longer that way. Yeah. Question for you all. If I want to make stickers for journals, which Cricut or Cricut-like machine would you recommend? That's all you're going to make, Lisa, is stickers? And I wouldn't buy a Cricut. I just wouldn't. But that's, you have to make a decision about that. That's my thing. I wouldn't. They change the Cricut too often. So, I've thought about a electric cutting machine several times, but the Cricut isn't the one I would do. If I had money and I was going to do that, I would get the Brother Scan and Cut. That's just the one I would get. Probably more expensive than the Cricut, but they don't change it as often. They don't. There's not as they're not doing as. It seems to be that they don't change the models every time they turn around. I've got an old non-computer Cricut, which I dislike immensely. Also have one of the tiny Sizzix side cuts, which I can. Yeah, but she's talking about electric one, I think, Barbara, not because she's cutting stickers. She's talking about making stickers and Sizzix sidekicks and their manual, which I can get some stuff out of. Yeah. So we need to know, Lisa, are you talking about an electric one where it cut her for you? She has to answer that before I can really find out what she's doing. Okay, I really like this kind of way it's going like this. Yeah, you want it to print and cut. She's talking about the electric kind. You want I think if it were me, I would be buying the Brother Scan and Cut. That's my answer to that question. Okay, I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to put this on there like that. And then we're going to make tags to go into it. The Scan and Cut will print, cut. It will also scan your things and turn them into a design, which it will then cut. It will take something like this that's already printed, and you can tell it to cut that piece out. So it scans this and then cuts it out. So as far as the electric ones, that's what I would probably get. And I would watch a bunch of videos before I decided to do that. I mean, I would very much like to have that toy, but I just can't afford it. Okay, we're going to paste this across the bottom and up the side like that. And then we're going to stick it in here, and we are not going to stick it all the way back because my book's getting kind of full in there. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, happy holiday weekend to everybody. Okay, guys, if you didn't realize what I was doing, I glued right there and across the bottom. So these are open on the top corner, so I can tuck stuff in there. That is my plan anyways. That's the plan. Don't know how good a plan it is, but that's the plan. Pockets. Yep, pockets. You gotta have pockets, right? You guys know me and my pockets. I like pockets. Okay, so there's the pocket. Now we have to do something to make some fun little things to stick in the pocket. And we don't think we're going to use the bark today because it's going to be too thick. Kathy, you ordered stuff for Carve December? Lisa and I have done that a couple of times, but I'm not going to try to. We might carve stamps sometime this month, but I don't think our plan is to try to do one every day like we have in the past. It's neither one of us have a great deal of time right now. Um, so I think that we will probably just maybe do one or two. You know, maybe we'll get together and do a day. More speedy carve this morning. I had about a half a sheet left from last year. I like those white erasers. The white polymer erasers. I really like those. Of course, I'm carving small things, so it doesn't really, matter if it's an eraser. You like the contrasting color? I do too. I thought it was kind of cool. So, plus, I have this little tiny scrap, so I need to use it so I don't have to throw it away. I have an actual whole tub of stuff that I bought to carve things out of. Those round erasers from Dollar Tree and several other things that other erasers and stuff that I got. That actually is in a place I know where it's at too. There's not much in here I do know where it's at exactly, but that's in the place that I know where it's at. And that's why I don't really want to do the whole month of trying to carve, because I don't want to feel like I have to do anything right now. I don't want to have to feel like I'm playing catch up and doing all of that kind of stuff. We've got a ton of appointments for everybody, and okay, so that's that, but I'm going to put some words on it because we need to put some words on it. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, the the long-term projects this last year, I've just not been able to really consider doing any of them. Okay, I like this one. Live, create, tell the story. I like that a lot. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Yes, thumbs would be very, very much appreciated. Okay, so we've got this live create. I think I want to put it. Okay. And I think that needs some ink too. So we will do that in a minute. Look, guys, I've about grown out my thumbnail to where it's not broken. It's still broken about 1/8 of an inch or so, but it's not near as bad as it was. I can't remember if I told y'all, right before we left on our trip, I went in and saw the doctor. She gave me a prescription for some very pricey medicine that I've been using on it to try to get it to grow out, and also to eliminate whatever problem this is that I have on it. Whatever. Oh, good. I got that one crooked. Just what I wanted is a crooked word. And I'll fix it. All right, now I want some turquoisey ink. Do I have a turquoisey ink? Let's see. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, that ought to work. I forgot. Did I tell y'all that Texas Lisa is on her way home? I hope I did. Okay. One little tag. Ready to go right in there. Okay, so that's one tag. And I am thinking that this needs a butterfly on top of it. Right there. Yes, I think so. Maybe the little one. It's just something's missing. So I think one of these butterflies might work. As you were arriving back with your coffee. Yeah, she messaged me last night that she'd be on the way home today. So um, basically, so I didn't worry why she wasn't here this morning. Basic is kind of why she messaged me. She was afraid that if she didn't come to the live stream, that I might worry about her, which I probably would have. There, that looks better. Okay, so this one's going to go in there. Hi, Sherry. I want to use some of this to make some kind of a little tab for this, but I need it to stay in the corners all the time. So let's see what we can do. I like that, but I think I want it more bigger. I might be sorry, but we'll see. I'm kind of making it like a ticket, which means I could have gotten out my proper punch and, but that's all right. That's a noisy truck. I feel like I got 6 thumbs this morning. It's kind of in the way. That's part of the problem. I'm just glad she got to go and be with Hannah and okay. think I just want to cut that off like that. That one is just ugly. There we go. Ta-da! Little tag. Okay. How about we put another butterfly on that one? Yeah, it's fighting with me. You know, every once in a while things do that. But this is ribbon. It's actually, I think when I bought it, it was actually spooled up like a type of yarn. I've used it for ribbon off and on for years. I think it's all gone now. But it was tied around something. Oh, some envelopes that I don't remember exactly why they were tied in little groups, but last week I needed some envelopes to put some garden seed in to take to the garden club. It was a seed swap day and I needed to put some seeds in things, and I had all of these envelopes, so I sealed them up and cut them in half and made littler envelopes so that I can kind of made seed envelopes with them. Anyways, so that's what I did, and they all came off, so I saved them. Yeah, you can't throw anything away. Yeah, you can never have too many butterflies. That I will tell you is true. You can never have too many butterflies. And I'm wondering if we took a background butterfly and stamped on there what that would look like. Something in a light color or the same color or something like that. Oh, I haven't used that yet. That might be fun to use today too. Okay, but I need a little butterfly. I'm sure I have a little butterfly somewhere. What little butterfly do I have? I have that little butterfly, but it's awful big. Oh, here we go. This is the one I need. And then maybe that one. I don't know that I'm going to use that one on this one, but this butterfly is kind of big when this butterfly is small. We want to do a background, but I have this butterfly, which is, you know, just a bunch of little tiny butterflies, and I think that might be fun. But I think what I want to do is I want to actually stamp it kind of in the same. See if I can get something that's really close in color so that the butterflies are there. Let's see what happens with stamping yellow. Let's see. Don't know. That's what we're going to try. We're going to try stamping it with yellow and see if they show up at all. Oh, yeah. See? Now, that is just going to be a cute little background. Okay, but I don't want it to be all over everywhere, so... Okay. I'm pleased with how that came out. That came out kind of cute. Okay. Now then, I'm going to put this butterfly on here. And we're going to put some words on. A word, I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to use blessed. I like that one. That's enough. Just a little tiny something. Although that needs inked, and I didn't think to ink it before I put the thingy on it. I know Barbara's working on her calendar, and Lisa, Alaska Lisa's working on my socks. Is anybody else working on anything? I think we're just going to ink this with the yellow. Yep. Okay, so now we have a little tag that opens. So this one can go in there. This one can go right there. But you know, we got to have one more because you should always have 3. So, yeah. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this paint sample thing. But if it's a tag that you're going to write on, we have to do something to the back of it. So, Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to just put one of these on the back? Well, hello there, Andrea. I'm glad you got to visit. Yeah, if I just put that on the back of it, it will cover it up. So, It's good to see everybody. Our travel friends got home yesterday. They actually went to have Thanksgiving with family. So, of course, we had to leave them early. We had intended for a couple more weeks of seeing things. We were supposed to go. We were in Kentucky, and we were supposed to go to Tennessee and Georgia for a bit, but we came home. Anyways, they got home yesterday, and we're already working on our spring trip. We've got a couple of things planned. Okay, I want to make a I think I'm going to make sort of a tab thing to go on there. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. I think that will work. I'm not sure, but we'll see. First, we need about this much. You were without me for so long. Julie, I'm so sorry. Yeah, and we just like to stay gone. It's just one of those, things. We really we never intended to actually have a house, so I think I got that a little tall. Just a little. Yeah, I hope they figure it out, Julie. Okay, so we have that now. Kind of like that. And I think I want to use my stapler. Is my stapler in there where it belongs? Should I attach some of this? That might be fun. What if I tied a bow? Can I tie a bow? Let's see. If I make 2 rabbit ears and do them together. Bow's too big. There we go. Yeah, I undid it. For some reason, this page and these tags are fiddly today, so I don't know. There might be something on my scissors. They're not wanting to cut. I probably need to clean them. Okay, so okay, I don't like staples when they have the prongy things in the back. I don't like them in my pages. So I am going to open my little tab, then staple, then I'll glue the back side of the tab down because I really, really don't like the staples to have the thing in the back here. I don't like those pokey things. So just so you know why I'm doing it that way. Two staples ran out. Okay. Now the next thing is, how do you get this staple open? Okay, I believe. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. Now we have to find the staples. Where do you suppose the staples are? Okay. I really like these little tiny staples. I like how they look. I don't like getting into their packaging, but you would think that would be easy to get apart. You don't think you've ever refilled it? I've refilled mine a few times. I don't use it as much as I probably should. And like I said, that packaging is just outrageous. I hate packaging. There's one. Two. I can't remember what we were doing, but I used it quite a bit in one project. So I refilled it several times then. It's just you don't use a lot of these at one time. Okay. Of course, there's not very many in one of these little tiny pieces. The piece that has the staples is in it is. There we go. As long as I can remember where they're at, we're good. So go into my craft room, see if I can even open it. Okay, well, I'll show you how you open it. Okay, you squeeze, this is where a staple is. You squeeze this part and push the handle, the bottom handle open. The reason you have to squeeze that part is there's a little bump right there. Okay, you can't hardly see it. Right there, there's a little bump. So once you open this, squeeze it all the way, then it just opens like a regular stapler. So then you have to squeeze it back a little bit and then squeeze it down a little bit to put it back. Just, I'm pretty sure though, Andrea, you could figure it out. I'm just kind of sure of it. Ta-da! And now we are going to glue this. I'm sure though, once you walked in there, touched the stapler, you'd have it figured out. It would be all good. Okay, I really like that. And I think we'll put this last butterfly on it. Probably ought to put something on the background though. What can we put on the background? Something little, something unobtrusive. This is a little too grungy. Maybe this little leaf. I like that little leaf. Maybe that one. Or maybe this one. I like that one's pretty too. So maybe let's try that. But now we need something that's not going to show up a lot. I don't want it to be. And I think that green may be too dark. I've actually learned a few things. How to make a tab, how to use staples without the pokey things getting me, and that there is a special stapler that does teeny tiny staples. Yes, this is called a Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, Lisa. It makes teeny tiny, it has a teeny tiny itty bitty staples. It also staples very nice. It's not super deep in here, but for what I use it for, I've always liked it. I imagine if you opened it, you might be able to push. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. If you open this all the way, like, no, you couldn't. Some staplers you can open and they will let you staple. But yeah, this makes teeny tiny staples. It's like itty bitty. You can also color. Let me get the staples out. We've done this in the past. before you put your staples in the stapler. So, okay, how does this open? Come on now, don't tell me you don't slide. Oh, I guess we have to learn how to open staples. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. When you have a little thing of staples like this, you can take an acrylic paint marker or a alcohol-based marker, and you can paint the top of the staple. Hi, Carrie. And then put them in your stapler, and then you have colored staples. Tim really makes you work for it, doesn't he? Yeah, sometimes he does. Stupid packaging. I hate packaging. And you can do that with regular staples as well, which makes them kind of cool. Now here's the problem of my getting these back into this box. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to let one part container stay out, and we'll put it in this thing of packaging like that. Where's the back for it? Yeah, I've just spent 10 minutes getting in packaging, getting out the staples, getting the packaging. So, what was I going to say? Forgot. Don't remember. And that little tabby thing, Lisa, this is a fancy corner punch. It's called a scallop punch. There's lots of ways to do that little tabby thing. I could have just done a corner rounder. I have an actual tab punch. I knew that this one's just easier to grab. Okay, what I was going to try was this leaf green to see if it's going to be too obnoxious of a green, if it's going to be too dark green on here. Well, maybe I don't want to put a whole bunch. Let's see here. There we go. Just a little bit. Oh, on the edge tabs, it's real easy to make that kind on the tab punch. It's right here. When I finish my little journal page, I'll show you. I was thinking about putting these on there, but I don't think I'm going to. All right, we're going to put this butterfly on there. And then we need a word. Okay, I think we're going to use friendship. Maybe we'll use heartfelt friendship because I kind of like that too. Yeah. Okay, sounds good, Lisa. You know, I forgot to do the lines around that one. I knew I forgot something. Hi, Jamie. You guys cold yet? Okay, there we go. Now then, let's finish this page. Yes, yes, let's get this done. Oh, and Lisa, you did see how I made a ticket, right? Okay, to make a ticket corner, you can, I actually have a, this punch actually makes that spot. But what I did was, oh, bother. I hate this time of year. Give me just a second. I'll fix this. The sun just comes in wrong. Yeah, I used the circle punch and made just a quarter of, just use a quarter of the circle. Now, a lot of my punches, I actually have lines marked on them because of using them different ways. So that is a thing you can do. Okay, so now we have, we've been coldest down to 31 night before last. Yeah, that's kind of what we've had too. I had to close up the greenhouse, stuff like that. Yay, Barbara finished her little book page. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. I need tea. Oh, the holiday film. Okay. Well, it's only this time of year that at this time, you know, I mean, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Any other time of the year, the sun would not come in that window until later. And it gets in here and it causes all kinds of, you can't see. So, okay, so we have our little journal page with two little things to make pockets, and then we made a tag. No, this is a journal card, right? This is a journal card. This is not a tag. We made just a little journal card. Then we made this little tickety tag that has a that flips up and you can write on it. Go in there. And then we made this long tag that can go in there too. You can go, I think it better go back here with this one. It doesn't want to go in there. There we go. No. Here we go. There we go. We need to have that so that it sticks out a little. There we go. And I didn't realize it, but I did this on a page that's got a flap on it. So that's okay. see the, oh, sorry, hon. Yeah, Brandon made the comment it was only 13 in Omaha yesterday, so, or this morning. Let me scroll back up and I think I missed some kind of discussion here. I'll pull them all back out again, Lisa, since I got off camera, but because that also might make it easier to put them back in. I really like how the tags came out. And I think maybe if I put them in together, yeah, there we go. That worked better. And then this one can go in the back by itself, where it sticks out a little bit. And that one can stick out a little bit. There we go. Ta-da! 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 Thanks, guys. Can you pull the camera out a little? Yeah. Sorry, hon. Do it again. There's the page. The page is too low. Aha! There we go. So it's not me. It's her. Jamie's always get into mischief. I'll just put this back. And then I'm going to just put these back together like this and tuck them back in. What's happening is that the bow is getting caught on there, so it didn't want to go in. But I do have to date it because you guys know I always date these. Oh, December. First, 2024. Yay! Type chat, you had to scroll down. Yeah. She's a good girl. I want to go visit Jamie again. I really do. Haven't seen her in a while. Okay, now I got to clean up some of this mess so that, I can function on this table. Put my trash bin away. Think I need to put the bark back in the trash bin. Did I show you my cool new little knife? Okay, how did it get to be December? I don't know. Thanks, Barbara. Did you see this little knife? Isn't it cute? I really like it. I got it because, I usually carry a X-Acto knife on our trips, and I don't like an open X-Acto knife in my bag of stuff. I've always stuck it in a cork or something, but I thought this would work, and I'm going to try it out before I pack it. That's my plan. It's one of these days when I need an X-Acto knife, it's sitting there so I can use it. Thank you, Barbara. Okay, I think that's most of the stuff I took out of that little. I have got to clean up in here. I can't get it put away. I can't get it out. What a mess. Mess. I keep saying that. It's been a year and I still haven't done it, so. I don't remember who sent me these. Sharon, did you send me these? Someone sent me these, and I can't remember who it was, and they're not marked on the back. I need to put them in my little book or something. Nope. It might have been Brittany that sent them. Anyways, they're in there, and one of these days I am going to use them for something. And now then, where do those words all go? Oh, I thought they were in this book. Maybe they were in the other book. Yeah, they were in the other book. That's one of the things I need to get dealt with. As I need to get the image things that I wanted to do sorted out and fixed, so that I can get to them more easily. Now then, I was going to show Lisa how I do that kind of a tab with my tab punch. Thanks, guys. I thought they were really pretty too. I just, I haven't used them because they're in that book and I don't think about it. But I really ought to. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I decided not to paint the front of the door so I can use my white ones. Let's just make this, we're going to make this into a tag. Just I don't like the words on the back, so. Okay, so if we want to make a tab for the top of this, I'm just going to fold it over. Did I fold enough? Okay, Lisa. So Let me get really close. Let me get as close as I can get so you can see this thing. Okay, Lisa, can you see right here? I need to know that you can see this part. I'm waiting. Yep. Okay. So you see this little thing that was over here and there? It has two sides to it. Looky here. See the pins are close to this side. And then there's, okay. Let's see if I can make this focus. Just a minute. Okay. We're going to use this side where the pins are closer right here. Okay. We want the pin side to be in the holes and the other side to be there. And then we're going to take this piece, and this is the folded part, not the open part, but the folded part. And oh, see, this is where I should have made it bigger. Just a minute. Sometimes you have to make it bigger just so you have something to hold on to. Okay, folded side, open side. And you take the folded side and put it against there and against there. And push. And then you turn it over and you do the exact same thing. And then you can cut it off to be the size you want. Well, why don't we just make a really tall tag? Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just make a really tall tag. No, don't like that. It's kind of ugly. So we'll cut it off. But now you have this little piece that goes like that. And you can put it there. But say you wanted to put your tab on the side, you could do that too. So rather than having a big piece to make a folder, you can do that and just want the folded piece. But it's always easier if it is already long enough. Now, if you wanted to do that at the top of a tag, let me see here. Let's put this on here. That might not, you might not be able to push it all the way. I bet we could attach it and then punch it. We're going to attach it and then punch it. See if it'll work. I think it'll work. Yeah, the staples won't go in. Yeah, staple won't go under there. So that's okay. We can do something different. Ta-da! Anyways, that's how I do it. My punch was super cheap and simpler in some ways. No little guide like that, but I've used it to make little folders for my 5-star books of the year page. Yeah, Um, so it's simpler than this one. See, this one is designed to make the folders. So now, y'all know I happened upon a whale tail punch, which is, one of those, what do you call those, bucket list things. I got it when we went to Maine last year. I'll add a photo of the punch when I post the book. That sounds good. That would be a good idea. The whale tail punch, and it's put up, but I think I have some of them. Just a minute. Yeah. I just punched a bunch of these out because I've been using them for something else. It punches this shape, which then when you fold it in half, it's supposed to look like a whale's tail. And then you put it on your page like that. I've wanted one forever, and I talked about this with my friend Patty, and she got online, tried to find one, and they're ridiculously priced. Want to add some tabs to some of the special pages, and now you know how. There you go. This one, anyways, this punch I found it at a thrift store, and I was very lucky to get it. I was going to show you another way I do some tabs sometimes. Just okay, let's just fold this down. Because just a corner rounder will actually make a pretty nice tab. This is just a round corner rounder. I don't know if it'll punch through 2 layers on this. I have a brand new corner rounder with 3 sizes. This is folded, so and it's pretty lightweight. It's more like construction paper. I'm not sure if it'll punch, but yeah, it will. And this just makes a big tab. Which makes a nice tab. You just want to make sure you punch it on the folded side so that you've got it to glue on both sides. You know what you're doing this afternoon. Aha. So, there's multiple ways. And this one is this one's a 1/4 of an inch. Let's just cut that like that. We got to make this tab, So that one is the regular tab, but then we could do little 1/4 inch tabs, 1/4 inch circles. It's a smaller size corner rounder. Yeah, but we do thrift store all over the country, right? That whale tail punch was a ridiculous score. I mean, it wasn't very much in the first place, and then they had marked them that particular stuff was marked down that day. So I really scored that day. Um, However, I have to stop spending so much money because but yeah, my friend who likes to go thrift store shopping with me, she says it's not about what you save, it's about the thrill of the hunt. Sorry, socks will have to wait until movie time. There you go. Priorities. There you go. Yeah. We thrift store shopped a little bit on this trip. Little bit. Well, I did 2 hauls. Um, last 2 weeks I've done hauls of the stuff that we got on our trip. Okay, I think I have this cleaned up enough right now. I am going to spend some time. I got about 30 minutes. Yes, it's the thrill. I love finding a great deal. Yeah, it's um and sometimes I find things I haven't seen before. Now, I did spend some money this time buying I bought some staples, like just in a minute I'll remember what I'm trying to say. Oh, I know what it was. The refills for my stamp pads, because I did get to go to three. I went to 3 different scrapbook stores. I guess that's what you would call them. They weren't really scrapbook stores. One of them was. 2 of them were more card making shops, is what they were. They were 2 of them were really cute little Amish stores that were in people's homes. So that was kind of fun. And the thing of it is that those 2 stores were very different. A lot of different stuff that I hadn't seen before. Our stores have not had much lately. Our thrift stores. Now, I went the other day because for Good Friday. Now, I had to go out for some other things. I had to go get meds for my mom, and I wouldn't have gone out on Good Friday, not Good Friday, Black Friday. But I had to go out for mom's meds, and so, and I went to get the paint samples. Now I'm not going to paint it that way, but I needed to do that, so I had to be out. So the thrift store, one of the thrift stores I do like here in town, had 50% off everything in the store. Now, you know what Black Friday is like. Then you take 50% off everything in the store. Yeah, it was crazy in there. I did not stay too long, and I didn't buy very much. I got a new jacket while I was on our trip at one of the thrift stores we went to, though. It was brand new. It definitely hadn't been worn. And it will be nice. It's a little lighter weight than the other coat I had, which we don't need much in the way of a heavy coat down here. But it's lighter weight, so it's also easier to put in the camper. Went to one local yarn shop and bought some more double-pointed needles for socks and leg warmers. Hey! Well, that's that. I went to Lowe's for paint samples, which is, didn't cost anything. Went in, got the paint samples, came out. That's how you got caught, Pink Fresh. Yep. Uh-huh. That's what happens, Andrea. I went to the thrift store. I spent $3. And then I went and got Mom's meds. So, I fibbed. I went one more place. I had to go to the, we have like a health food co-op here, and I needed some niacin. Oh heck, I can't pronounce it. It's a type, one of the B vitamins, niacinamide or something like that. I can't pronounce it. I needed some other things too, but they didn't have it. So, but I'd say I need to put a spending freeze on myself, but I know that won't happen. So I think what I'm going to do is give myself a little tiny budget. And yesterday I went to my local ER. I was here in town instead of city and spent too much. Uh-oh. Yeah, you got, that's it. This time of year you can get a good deal. Ooh, a really nice project bag. Cool. Yeah, it's kind of like when I was in and got the bunch of, right before we left on our last trip, Hobby Lobby had the oxide pads on sale, and I didn't have very many distress oxide pads, and I've been watching for them on sale and not buying them unless they were on sale. And they had a bunch of colors, so I kind of overdid it. But that's okay. See, this is in the spring when we were at Elkhart and we went to the Goodwill store and we spent a bunch of time. This is when our rig was in the service center. So, and I don't know if I told y'all this, but we spent 2 bloody weeks in Elkhart this time. Way too long. Electrical issues are not fun. We did, however, get a brand new battery out of it, and it's not like a car battery. It's a huge monster battery for the electrical system. Got a brand new inverter too, although we're not sure the inverter was bad. So, oh, let me tell you a story about this campground. Yeah, at least on a car, they're awful. Yeah, for having a brand new, Barbara, you have to understand that motorhomes going down the road are like being in a earthquake every day. But the original problem that we had with the leak, that was just really weird, and probably something that very, very few people have. This electrical problem could come up again for somebody else. They had not programmed something right in the beginning. This is Carlisle Lake. It's in southern Illinois. Our friends were on this campground site right there, 39. We're on 38. This is a lake out here. That campsite was so crooked. You know, okay, I'm using those words that you don't know what it means. Sorry about that. Anyways, it was so crooked. I had the camper in the wrong direction, and I had to go around that cement thing that's usually at the end of a parking spot. It was we finally got it in there, but it took 2.5 hours to park it, and that was the night that we got the leak and had to leave the next day. We were supposed to be there a week. Oh, that would irritate me, Lisa. They knew something was wrong. They just kept sending it back to us, thinking they had fixed it. Um, okay, Andrea. Inverter is the thing that takes 12-volt power and turns it into 110 power. So it takes the kind of power that's in your car and it makes it power that would run your refrigerator. And the giant battery, hold on 1 second. Sorry. Is the thing that runs the refrigerator when you're not plugged into what they call shore power. It would have been a really nice campsite if it had been level. Now, what you have to understand is these parks are called Army Corps of Engineers, right? No engineer ever looked at this thing. Anyways, the new camper 2 is there's electronics. All the new campers are like that. They all have electronic stuff to turn the lights on. Houses are getting that way too. Cars are like that. This Lisa's car is having a problem, and I swear the old way was better. Yeah, they don't. The reason we found the leak was because there was no water at the site. Where this little star is was where the water is. So before we got into our site, we had filled up with water. We were staying there a week, so we put 150 gallons of water into that tank, and that much weight pushed on that little tiny crack and made it leak. So it was a really kind of a good thing that it happened when it did. And we were in Illinois, so we didn't have to go all the way home and then come back. But yes, Lisa, I hate dealers when they tell you nothing's wrong. The people with the camper this time just couldn't find what was wrong for the longest time. They were replacing things, thinking they had it fixed, and it wasn't. And so as they replaced things, it was, yes, I was closer to the shop than at home. That was one thing with that one. And this time we were actually going to be in Elkhart anyways. It just took them a long time to fix it. They actually offered to find us a mobile tech to work on it earlier in our trip. But as long as we were plugged in to a campsite, we were fine. It was only when we were not plugged in that everything was not working right. So, and Andrea, our rig has solar on top of it. So you have to have converters that convert the solar power to 12 volt. And then it goes back from 12 volt to 110 volt. It gets to be worse than a new computer. But yes, Lisa, if the dealer, of course, the dealership we bought from has been useless, absolutely useless. The manufacturer who has taken care of both of the problems we've had. That's just it's just a good thing that they stand by their product. So and the new one kind of looks like that. That's kind of what it looks like. It's not quite those colors, but it's close. One, two, three. Oh, and our door is up front. This is this is probably an LE or something because the door's in the middle. Yeah, Andrea, it is impressive that it works. There's another thing that they replaced called a BIM, a BIM, and I have no idea what it actually is. I can just tell you what it does. And okay, so we have one battery that runs the engine, starts it like the car, and then we have another huge battery that runs all the electrical inside the house, which is this part back here. Well, this BIM thing tells the thing whether to charge this battery or to charge this battery. They replaced that too. And then it wasn't that. so, you know, they tried. And then when it all boiled down, it was actually a software thing inside the inverter. So it was interesting. It was interesting to find out. And of course, the system's different than our old one. Our old one had a lot of electronics too. We had installed more solar than this one, but this one came with some solar. Okay, I have all this little confetti on my table. What should we do with the confetti? Oh, this was in Murfreesboro, Arkansas, where we went to Crater of the Diamonds. Jamie, if Jamie's still here, she's been there. Throw a party. Yeah, then it'll be all over my studio. Yep. I think what we're going to do is throw it in the trash can. Jamie went to the Crater of the Diamonds a couple years ago. We were there this spring. We did not find any diamonds. It would have been nice, but we didn't. But there's another Corps of Engineers park real close to there. So I need to clean the studio. Yes, but I don't need to make it worse before I try to make it better. Because no matter what I do, it's going to get worse. I need to clean out my kitchen cabinets too. Yeah, I really like this one. I like how it came out. I wish I could remember why I had a skin, because I'm pretty sure it was on something like this lid, and I peeled this skin up and used it. And I can't remember what I had been doing. I really can't, which is kind of weird. Oh, I do remember now. Okay. This might have been I had gone to that workshop with Shannon Green for the 4 days, and we had done some we painted flowers and stuff to use on the project, and I think this paint was actually on a piece of freezer paper, not like a plastic thing like this, but on a piece of freezer paper. And when I picked up the piece of freezer paper, that skin was on there. It was just a really thin skin, but it came off. And I think that's what it was, because that was right after, somewhere along after the workshop. So I've almost got these all punched, which means that maybe next week I can start binding this. I really have to do some things. I have a lot of little odds and ends I need to do. I am thinking about doing just coming on live whenever I have time. It might not be very long during the week. Like just whenever, half an hour, something like that. Just whenever I have time. I might just come on live just to have you guys to talk to. I don't know. Lisa and I may try to get back to start doing another live stream during the week. I just don't know. Planning a specific day right now is really hard. With everything that's going on with the old peoples. Everything, a specific day, like the day I might be able to use this week, I'm not going to be able to do it next week. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured, Andrew. Somebody might be free, and even if not, maybe it's just, but if I sat down to get some of the things I want to do done, I want to, okay, I have all of these fun border punches, right, that I've accumulated because I really like punches. And I have a bunch of fun border punches, but I need to put them up somewhere where they may not be as accessible as other things because they're kind of bulky and whatnot. So I'd like to sit and take a bunch of scrap cardstock and just punch those border punches out so that I have them when I want. This one came out pretty good. That's Jeff's Jeep. This is just looking across from our campground. And like binding these books, I really need to get these done. And, here and there I have time, but I can't plan it. So I'm seriously thinking about trying that, at least for a little bit. Just make it like work days, kind of like. Actually, the watercolor stuff, Lisa, I actually have a plan to do a series of videos. I don't know about live streams, but I kind of have but I probably could do it on a live stream too. live streams are just harder to work around. Sometimes I have to do little bits and pieces when I do a video, like do one part and then do another part kind of thing. And since watercolors are not something I've done a lot of. Oh, and that wasn't watercolors either, just FYI. This was my Inktense. Give it a shot. That's how Biddy Penny does it, and it works for her. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's what I'm thinking, Andrea. If I just try to pop in when I have time, I mean, this setup is set up all the time when I'm home. It's here. Now, sometimes it's a total wreck, and I can't get to the table. But the equipment's sitting here. When I make videos, I do put in some different stuff. That level of coloring, yeah. What I like about the Inktense is that when I need to go, just a minute, let me find that card again. When I need to go back over with Mod Podge, they don't bleed. Now I have gotten in the habit. Let me get rid of this. It's probably kind of bad. I've gotten in the habit of drawing with these. I really kind of like to sketch with these. But let me I'm going to get out a couple of the other. Let me I don't want to take a chance and mix these cards up. If you build it, they will come. That's what I was thinking, Andrea. It just would be maybe more fun for me. I could chat with y'all rather than sitting here quietly doing this or that. And it's not something that I can do, say, in front of the TV, which that's another thing. I don't watch TV. So I'm not one of those people that can do stuff in front of the TV. Now, sometimes if I'm watching videos, I will doodle or something like that. But I don't get much time to do that either. Let me show you some of the newer ones that I just did on this trip. I was real pleased with how some of them came out. This one came out really cool. Oh gosh, I hate this when it doesn't focus. Just a minute. I hope not to give you headaches, but come on, focus. And since I use the Inktense a lot like the watercolors, I don't know with watercolor if I could get this multiple shading in there. So that's something I need to learn with watercolor too. I need to find out if it will work that way. But I really like the Inktense for a lot of this because it just does such a nice job of letting me go over it. This is our camper, and this is our friend's camper, and they're twins. We went to Georgia to have it's a special thing for the steering installed. Basically, if you have a front tire blowout, it helps to keep you safe. And it's on our old rig, it helped to make it easier to drive. On this rig, it actually made it a little more difficult to drive. You show up to watch glue dry, well, and paint dry. It will work like that, Tanya? Okay, so watercolor does. I just have to play with watercolors more, and that's one of the things I really want to do. At the same time, for this purposes, I really like my Inktense, and I think in some ways I use the Inktense a lot like watercolors. Um, Here's another one that I did. Um, Come on. Okay, well, it's not going to focus right there, but that's our friends in front of us going up the road, and we were, uh, we must have been, just a minute. Okay, we were headed towards the Upper Peninsula, and I will tell you what, but you need to put Mod Podge on it, the watercolor would reactivate. Yeah, and that's the thing. So the Inktense, I'm just using them the way the Inktense. Let's see if I can do this differently. Maybe if I did that instead of the focusing, maybe that would be better. There we go. Um, the colors while we were in the Upper Peninsula, they just, oh, they were amazing. Now, when you use this is a Pilot G2. Now I use the O5s. These are, you can't get these in all the different colors. I wish you could, but you can't. Um, the O7s are everywhere. The O5s I have to look a little harder for. I really like these, but they bleed a little bit when you put liquid over the top of them. So if I'm using it in here, when I go to paint, I know that it's going to gray down whatever coloring I've got on there. It's going to gray it down a little bit. It's just the nature of the beast, but that is okay for me because it kind of blends the colors together. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Andrea. Here, okay. Here's another one. And I bought a book and I put it, it was in the, it was in the hall. Either the last 2 weeks I did those two halls. I got a book at Ollie's, and it's about doing a little sketch every day. And it was like these little cartoon faces and all of that. So I was kind of playing with that when I did this one. Um, and there again, this is the Inktense. I really like using the Inktense for this stuff. This is another one where it was a very busy night, and I had had a long day. So it didn't get a whole lot of attention, but it's okay. Okay, and this is where I stamped the bugs, and then painted it with the Inktense like I did last week in the book, in our little book. I was just looking. I think that's about the only ones of those I did. I need to redo this because it's cracking. But I couldn't believe the colors. The colors when we were up in the UP were just amazing. And we did go. Oh, this is another one. I really liked how the Inktense came out with this one. Okay, on this one, I did not. I might have used this, but I went back over it with one of these. Because I wanted, once I had started drawing, I realized it was not going to be enough of it wasn't going to be dense enough. It wasn't going to give me enough of a thing. Thanks, Lisa. I did more drawings this time. This one is one night we had a fire. Needless to say, my fire pit is crooked. And I don't care because these are for me. It's just, um, and I think it was kind of late when I decided to do this. So there again, it's not very detailed, but I drew a fair number of them this time. Oh, this was just a card we had painted on, and then I just doodled on it. Sometimes my brain is too dead to try to figure out um, a card. I think that's all the drawing ones I did, though. Yep, it is. So, Barbara, a lot of times just the collages do that for me too. That's why these are so much fun because um, I have down. I write just a little bit about the day. Usually, it has something to do with what we did that day. Now, not always. We were just driving through Alabama this day. And I do collect stuff to do this with. Like these are some flashcards I got at the thrift store somewhere that have states on them, so that I have that kind of thing to use. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, this is the day we ate at. We were in Kentucky, and we ate out with our friends. We had taken a ride around Kentucky and around the area we were staying in, and then we went to lunch and had pizza, and we had coffee in the morning. So this is a coffee thing, and then we went to this pizza place. Um, this is when we were driving to Kentucky, and we had stayed at this General Butler State Resort Park. All it was a state park. Why this resort thing is in the middle, I don't know. The flashcard, yes, I these are some of these are just a minute. Project Life cards I bought at the thrift store. I bought a whole big set of travel Project Life cards, and I have used some of them, like this one. Now, this is a napkin that I got at the thrift store over a piece of cardstock. That's why it's that color. And then I used a Project Life card because, didn't have much else going on that day. This is a ride we took all up and around. We went to Agate Falls and Bond Falls and Rock Bluff Falls, and we went to a bunch of different Porcupine Mountain waterfalls and did that. We were staying in Ontonagon, and this is the day we went Jeep riding. I happened to find some Jeeps on a trail in a brochure. Okay, I can tell you that we got on the trail. I said, Jeff, I don't think this is the good way to go. And he goes, well, we'll try it for a little ways. We barely got off of it. It was about 2 feet of sand. And we were kids, just kept thinking, Mark, don't slow down, don't slow down, don't slow. Because we had our friends with us in the other Jeep. And it was like, if one of us got stuck, we were going to be in sorry shape. So, just different places we've stayed. And then like this is a background of a Project Life card. This background one was, but then I put all these other things on there because we stayed at this campground in Rend Lake in Southern Illinois. And that one's just a Project Life card. Now I do buy them sometimes. So, but yeah, flashcards. I've got some stickers, state stickers, maps. I always pick up the maps. All kinds of things that I can, okay, this was the sticker from the Shannon had made these stickers for Creativeville when she started it in 2024. We were in Fayetteville, and this is where we did our workshop. This was a piece of funky paper that I cut this out of that was on the freebie table at Shannon's workshop. One of the teachers gave us this sticker, and this was part of the project that we did that day. And this is just background paper, so it's all what we do. So, anyways, I think that I am going to go. My eyes about had it. I need to get back to work because I did have somebody message me while we were on for my bead show, so that's something I have to do. Yes, it they had never before RV'd. They're boat people, and uh they this is their first ever RV, and they had never camped before our spring camping trip. We had intended to take them out for a weekend, and then things got out of hand and we just didn't get a chance to. So we ended up um, on our spring trip with them, and they had never camped before. So we've taught them things, and they've taught us things because he's very electronic able. So, anyways, guys, thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next Sunday. And I'll be talking to Lisa this week, and maybe I don't want to promise anything about um live streaming during the week at all. I just want to say I'm going to think about trying to do that. I just don't know what life is going to bring right now. So, guys, go have fun, make some art, and bye bye. See you next Sunday for sure. Bye bye.